choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the...
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Atlanta Falcons and the London Black Knights. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Black Knights are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And complete to Drake London. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 47 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. In
need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far. They just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
2nd and 1. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They get this out left. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? White. Touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offense.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Off the option, that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. That's caught at the 3. Touchdown! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. The 40. 20. 10. 5. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. He'll drop to throw. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll set up to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This pass is caught by London. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 69 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown! A big play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. This one taken in by Otten. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here we go, set.
White. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Ready?
They'll run. This is White. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Rashad White with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Black Knights are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point put through by Succop. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Again, this is White pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. They'll run for it. This is White. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Looking to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get... Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Succop for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the side. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Here we go, set.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown! A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Black Knights have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught on the slant. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on second and inches. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And the sneak works on second and goal. They didn't wait until it was fourth down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Ready.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Go ultra.
Running out of the gun with White. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They go play action here on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cade Otton as the first half is winding down. And the Black Knights would extend their lead here just before halftime. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Ready, play.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit. And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But and my goodness, another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and now the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cade Otton, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Black Knights take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Here we go.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 112 yards on the ground for him now, as he's done that on 15 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go right back to White here on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. 1st down, here's White. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They stay on the ground with White. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go!
They go with White on the counter. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll look to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll run for it. This is White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Rashad White with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. extra point put through by Succop. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. And now here is another interception. Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
166 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got Otten, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 19-yard line. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's got White here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Black Ultra.
Back to throw. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now